Hey, welcome back. Today we are talking about what's probably the next huge leap in AI. We're going to move past AI that just, talks to us and into a world where AI actually acts for us. So, what does that really mean? And how is it going to change, well, everything? Let's get into it.
I love this quote from the GitHub blog. It hits the nail on the head. Imagine a Roomba that only told you your floors were dirty but didn't actually clean them for you. That's pretty much where we're at with a lot of the AI we use every day, right? They're brilliant, for sure. They can give you instructions, recipes, whole business plans, but they can't actually do any of it. It's kind of like having this genius consultant who just can't pick up a tool. All talk, no action.
Okay, so that leads us to the big question, right? What happens when we finally close that gap? What if AI could do more than just talk? What if it could finally take action? This, my friends, is where AI agents step onto the stage.
So let's talk about the AI that can't do. I mean, think about the AI that most of us know and use, like ChatGPT. You could call them brilliant informers. You ask it to whip up a marketing email, and boom, you get a fantastic draft. But it can't actually hit send for you. It's missing that crucial piece, the ability to be an actor, to take all that amazing information and actually apply it in the real world, or even the digital one.
And when you really think about it, every single interaction is prompt-driven. You have to keep feeding it instructions over and over to get anything done. It's this constant back and forth. It can tell you exactly how to fix a bug in your code, but it can't go into the file and actually, fix it. And that is the exact limitation that AI agents are built to smash right through.
Which brings us right here to the agent revolution. We're talking about introducing AI that has agency. The key word here is agency. The power for an AI to act on its own to get something done. This is a massive shift, you guys. We're moving from having a passive tool to having an autonomous partner.
So what in the world is an AI agent? Well, here's a pretty solid definition for you. It's basically a smart software system that can interact with its environment. That could be a website, a database, whatever. It perceives the data around it, and then it has the agency to perform tasks all by itself to achieve a goal that you set. The big idea is actually pretty simple. You tell it what you want done, and the agent figures out how to do it.
And this comparison here, it makes the difference crystal clear. A chatbot's goal is just to answer your prompt. An agent's goal is to achieve an objective. One is all about conversing and informing, the other is about planning and executing. It's the leap from being totally prompt-driven to being self-directed. One talks, the other does.
Okay, so how do they actually pull this off? How does an AI agent work? Let's pop the hood and take a look inside the agent's mind to really understand the anatomy of action.
It really all boils down to this continuous four-step loop. First, it perceives. It gathers data from whatever environment it's in. Then it reasons. This is where its LLM brain processes everything, breaks down the goal, and makes a plan. Next, it acts, using its tools to execute that plan. And finally, and this is so important, it learns. It analyzes the results so we can get better next time. So perceive, reason, act, learn. It's just this constant cycle of getting smarter and more effective.
And to make that whole loop work, an agent really needs 4 key things. You've got the LLM, which is the brain, right? That's the reasoning engine. Then there's memory, both short-term for what's happening now and long-term for what it's learned in the past. Third, you have tools. These are its hands. They could be APIs, databases, you name it, anything it uses to perform actions. And finally, a persona, which is like its defined role so it acts consistently. These 4 parts are the engine that powers the whole thing.
Now, I know this might all sound super futuristic, like something out of a sci-fi movie, but AI agents are already all around us. So let's take a look at where these agents are out in the wild, from simple gadgets in your home to the massive systems that run global supply chains.
Yeah, so not all agents are built the same. There's a whole spectrum. You've got your simple reflex agent, like a smart thermostat. It just reacts. It senses it's cold, so it kicks on to heat. Pretty straightforward. Then you have goal-based agents, like Google Maps. It actually plans ahead with a specific strategy to get you to your destination. And then there are learning agents, like the Netflix recommendation engine. It's constantly learning from your past actions to get better at predicting what you'll want to watch next. So you can see, it's a whole range from simple reactions to really complex learning.
And this is where things get really, really powerful. When you start connecting multiple agents together, you get what's called a multi-agent system. The best way to think about it is like a sports team. Each player or agent has a unique skill,
And by communicating and collaborating, they can tackle problems that are way too big or complex for any single agent to handle on its own.
And the impact? It's already huge, and it's transforming entire industries. In finance, you've got agents detecting fraud in real time and adjusting investment strategies. In healthcare, they're analyzing medical records to help suggest diagnosis. In retail, they're the ones managing those complex supply chains and personalizing your shopping experience. And in transportation, well, they're the core tech behind self-driving cars. This isn't science fiction, folks. This is happening right now.
So where is all this headed? What does our agent-powered future look like? I want to be really clear here. This isn't just another small step forward in tech. This is a foundational shift in how we work with computers and, honestly, in how problems get solved, period.
And hey, if you need proof, just look at the money. The market for AI agents is projected to just explode. We're talking going from around $5 billion in 2024 to over $50 billion by 2030. That's a tenfold increase. That's not just growth, that is a full-blown revolution. This tech is becoming essential, and it's happening fast.
So here's the absolute crucial takeaway. This isn't just about automation anymore. It's about creating systems that can autonomously solve complex, multi-step problems with very little human supervision. Our role is fundamentally changing from being the operator to being the supervisor. And that leaves us with a really fascinating thought to chew on. As these agents start to collaborate in these multi-agent systems, are we ready for a world with teams where some of the members just aren't human? It's a huge question, and it's one we're all going to have to answer a lot sooner than we think.